Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of my Artorias of the DLC. My god. Should I re-record that? Nah. Artorias of the Abyss DLC guides. So yeah, we're going to be taking on the Sanctuary Guardian today in the Sanctuary Garden. And if you don't know how to get here, super easy, sort of. Just watch my last video, how to enter the DLC, and I'll show you how to do that. It'll literally take you right to this bonfire. And the boss is right up here. So, fair warning, I would argue that pretty much every boss in this DLC is more difficult than any other boss in the game. There's nothing like blatantly unfair, like, I don't know, Bed of Chaos or Bed of Chaos. No, but I mean, you could make an argument for Bed of Chaos being unfair. I'm not salty. Anyways, a couple of things before we start this fight. It can poison you with its tail. So unless you have some high resistance or some good poison resistance on your armor, I would recommend avoiding the tail. And it also will spit lightning. I'm just gonna call it a lightning shot. There are a couple versions of it, but you're standing in water the entire time. And in this game, if you use lightning in water, you or an enemy, it will spread throughout the water just like electricity would in real life. So it'll turn what would otherwise just be a projectile attack into a small AoE, but it's not like an explosion really. Once it hits the water, it like slowly kind of makes its way outwards. So you'll see in the fight, but just wanted to point those two things out. So let's go. Alright, here we go. So this boss is really aggressive. It also flies. It's got a headbutt there. I'd recommend rolling to the right. If you're behind it, it'll do a couple of different attacks. One of which is it's like a backwards kick with its hooves. Roll to the side on that. If you get caught with that with your shield up, it'll drain all your stamina and do a follow-up attack, and you'll kind of be sitting in the water there, not able to do much. If you're really close to it, it'll follow up with a headbutt. If you're far away, it'll do lightning shot. There's the lightning shot. It'll always do that when it flies up. So after that attack is the best time to get in damage. Just go to the side of it. Another headbutt dive. Another lightning shot. And you can see the lightning kind of making its way outwards from where it lands. I would recommend a shield for this fight, but I would not recommend really trying to block anything. More just emergency thing. And that like fury swipe attack there, it'll either do 2 or 4. So get ready to block or dodge 4. Sometimes you'll get lucky and only do 2. Gonna heal up real quick. It's gonna do lightning. Just a weird like psychological thing with this fight. What really helps me is just pick one direction to keep strafing and dodging the entire time, and don't change it up. I just continuously strafe right, and also dodge to the right every time. I guess we should start trying to hit the boss. There's not too much else to talk about. I mentioned the, what's it called? What happens when we're behind it. I haven't shown it off yet, but... And right here, by the way, that attack right there after it flies down, that's the best opportunity to try to cut off its tail. That one right there, the tiny lightning shots, just keep dodging in the same direction the whole time. It'll do between 3 and 5. So again, sometimes you get lucky with 3, but be prepared to dodge 5. There we go. Only swipe twice. Oh no. I don't think he ever swipes 3 times. I think it's either 2 or 4. So I knew he was going to do that. He does it every time he rears up. Did not expect him to follow up like that. But since that is like your best opportunity to get damage, it's also your best opportunity to heal. He has 2 flying attacks, and again, both of them he'll go for the lightning shot. Sometimes he circles around you, sometimes he just goes straight over you. But you'll actually see him kind of like covered in electricity, so you'll know when it's coming. You see there, I got caught because I kind of rolled forward, even left arguably. Just keep going the same direction. It's your best bet. You don't really need to roll to dodge those. If you're quick about it, you can just keep strafing. But more about the tail. I was hoping you'd do the swipe there so I could show you. But it's really bad. It's kind of hard to cut off, to be honest, but all you get out of it is a whip. That's what kind of weapon it is. So, like, it's honestly just straight up bad. I'm not gonna recommend it whatsoever. Just forget about it. You know, I just go for the damage on the tail, obviously. There's the tail whip. Sometimes he'll drop it down behind him and kind of swipe with it rather than the whole spin. And again, he'll also kick with his back hooves. So that's pretty much everything there is to talk about. So at this point, I'm just gonna actually try to hit the boss. Got lucky there. He only went for 2 swipes because I rolled the wrong way. So yeah, like I said, you know, just do, I recommend having a shield. I wouldn't try blocking everything because of the stamina drain, how many times he hits in quick succession, and how hard he hits. But, you know, it is nice to, like, have the shield up and roll at the same time, just in case your timing's bad, and negate some damage. So that attack right there, it comes really, really fast. But if you're not able to dodge it, it might surprise you. Chances are you're probably dodging too early, believe it or not. If you dodge right when he lets it loose, it'll track you ever so slightly. Mostly just because it's like a really big attack. You know, it's just like a large bolt of lightning, and so you actually want to dodge that like at the last minute. If you get lucky, he'll just keep doing this attack. Easy, easy damage. If you're wondering why I'm not using the Black Knight... Oh boy. There you go. Poisoned me. Why I'm not using the Black Knight Halberd, like I was in my other guides. I love that weapon. Got it to drop on that character. Couldn't resist using it. But it does kill the bosses really fast for the most part. So I wanted to use something that hits not quite as hard. Just to be more realistic about how this fight actually goes down. Ugh. If your timing's right, you can roll into that, but be prepared for that follow-up attack. If you're on the side there and he goes for the tail swipe, not very likely that he does that, but you'll pretty much be out of range of it. Keeping my shield up for that one since I wasn't really sure which attack he was going to go for. I'm probably going to lose this fight just because of the poison. Time to pick up. No, we're done. I thought it was comeback time, but it wasn't. Alright, so we're gonna try that again. Probably gonna talk a bit less this time, just focus on killing the boss. I feel like I've covered everything that I want to cover. Doesn't really have any more attacks to speak of. Get in close though, alright? Like, don't bother with the lightning any more than you have to. because this is just obnoxious. Again. There we go, that's what we want. If you can get him just keep spamming that, you're golden. If you can get him to never do that, you're also golden. Yes, give it to me. Staggered him there. Couldn't see what the damage number was, but if you got a heavier weapon, you'd likely be able to do that in 2 swings. Oh yeah, this is the RNG we're looking for. Rolled a bit early on that, but he missed me, luckily. There's the hoof kick. Finally got him to do it. Far less dangerous than the tail swipe, honestly. Probably does similar damage, to be honest, but it's not gonna poison you, so. My face just lights up every time he does that. So yeah, if you're by chance using the falchion, I guess swing 3 times, you'll be able to stagger him there. I love when that happens. I simultaneously roll out of the way, block it, and get hit. And that's the fight. So, hopefully this video is helpful to you. Oh, right, before I go, the Guardian Soul, just go ahead and use it. You can't make any weapons with it. So, only weapon you can get out of this fight, potentially, would be the Guardian's tail whip, something like that. I don't know. Cut off his tail, you get the weapon out of that, but can't remember. I think it's this way. Yep, it looks like it. Progression-wise, there's a bonfire right up here, so nothing to worry about. But yeah, guys, hope you found this video useful. And Silver Knight went away. Good luck with that boss, and don't worry if you have trouble with him. It only gets worse from here. So I'll see you guys in the next video.